No forgiveness, just farewell from the match made in heaven, sent straight to hell. No forgiveness, no escape. May you rest in pieces for your grave mistake. For your grave mistake, you can't save yourself or save your soul when you meet the man whose life you stole. With weathered wings and broken bones, a fight for the fallen, flies the crow. You can't save yourself. You can't save yourself. Oh, for your grave mistake, you can't save yourself.
ICENINEKILLS
on Octane Unleaded.
Hell yeah, hanging out here in New York City with ICENINEKILLS from Boston. And we're doing an Octane Halloween edition unleaded where they're doing some acoustic jamming. And you just heard them, Octane, do our song that we've been jamming now for quite some time, A Grave Mistake, from number 5 album from ICENINEKILLS called The Silver Scream, out now through Fearless Records. There's going to be a big tour that you guys are starting off on November 9th in Phoenix, Arizona, my hometown, with Memphis May Fire and Atreyu. And that's going to be wrapping up in Anaheim. I'll see you at that show, Spencer, at the House of Blues on December 13th. And I'm hanging out here, Octane, with Spencer, lead vocalist, and I would say, the founder of the band. You're the main dude. You've been with the band the entire time. You've had different members change, but you've been the constant force behind this band. And these guys just put out a brand new album, The Silver Scream, inspired by horror movies. I have to ask you now, dude, favorite horror movies? This is a big, important question for all of us nerds.
Well, definitely, we covered with 13 of them on the album. I didn't want to put anything on the album that wasn't one of my favorites. But I'll talk about one that we didn't cover that we wanted to. Scream is one of my favorite movies of all time. I saw it in the theaters when I was 11 in 1996, and I was already a big horror guy at the time, but it was the first one I saw in the theater. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, oh my god, the killer is actually talking about Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers, Halloween, Friday 13th, and I turned to my cousin and I said, this is going to be my favorite damn movie of all time. And it really has been, and it didn't quite come together in time to put Scream on the album, but we definitely wanted to pay tribute to the late great Wes Craven, who directed Scream and also wrote and directed many other films, including A Nightmare on Elm Street, which another song on the album is based on. So I'm going to go with Scream because it's very scary, but it also turned the genre on its head because it was very self-referential and just unbelievable in every respect.
People always ask us, Spencer, about, our favorite horror movies. I'm a big horror nut. The program director of Octane, Vincent, he's a huge horror fan. And we're always talking about what's the most terrifying, what's this. There's a lot of terrifying movies, but all the way through, Nightmare on Elm Street, dude. That's just, we were talking about the other day, Exorcist starts off slow,
right,
and then the ending is awesome and epic. But what terrifies you, Spencer?
Well, I would have to definitely say A Nightmare on Elm Street. I think that was one that really was disturbing, especially seeing it as a little kid. And something cool about A Nightmare on Elm Street franchise and the band, we happened to meet this guy named Ricky Dean Logan at this horror conference, and he was in Freddy's Dead. He was the kid who had the hearing aid, and he gets his ear chopped off by Freddy, and then his head explodes. So we befriended him, and Robert Englund has stated, the guy who played Freddy Krueger, that it was his favorite kill in the whole series, and he makes a cameo in our new video, Ricky Dean Logan, from the Nightmare on Elm Street series.
Oh, there you go.
But other than that, Halloween, seeing that as a kid, there was something so eerie about that faceless white mask.
It's kind of real, too.
Yeah, it'd be right, because it's not a supernatural character necessarily like a Jason or Freddy. I don't know, it was a brilliant film because it put the terror and the horror right in Anytown, USA. So that, Haddonfield from the movie looks like any town that anyone would have grown up in. And I think that that's part of the reason it resonated so well with, the world.
And Spencer, you being from Salem, Massachusetts, what about that crazy movie that our friend Rob Zombie put out, Lords of Salem, with the whole pre-circle jerk scene? Come on.
Who doesn't love a good circle jerk?
That is, you're right. Touche. You are in the band. You would know, Spencer.
Right.
I heard you're like the Don Juan of the band too. Are you like the pimp daddy?
I don't know. I guess. I haven't looked in the mirror in years, so I'm not really sure.
Do your girlfriends have to be into horror?
Absolutely.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a prerequisite.
You have
right
to,
there.
man. How could you be with some chick? Hey, let's watch another movie. Oh, I'm scared. I don't want to, Spencer.
No. And my girlfriend Nadia is really cool, and we actually found out where the original Friday the 13th was filmed.
Camp Crystal Lake.
It's
in New Jersey, right off of Interstate 80.
In Blairstown.
We were just talking about this the other day.
So for a while, they were not into fans of the series coming. That didn't stop me and my girlfriend. We hopped that fence and we got right in there. And hopefully the statute of limitations are up on that. Blairstown PD, don't come looking for me, okay?
Did you do it?
Yes.
Yeah!
How could you not?
Yeah!
Right by the lake, man.
Brother. Yeah. I can't reach you. There it is. That's my man right
and
there.
And I live to tell about it, so there we go.
Hey, did she get pregnant from it?
I don't think so.
You should have. That should have been the perfect time right there, Spencer.
I know. That would have been right.
Dude, come on.
And we would have named our son Jason.
Of course. Or middle name at least. Or Voorhees, middle name or something.
Do it.
Come on. Hey, Octane, we're hanging out, having an awesome time here in the studios, New York City with ICENINEKILLS. The entire band is here. Pat, Ricky, Justin, JD, and Spencer. And Spencer's on the microphone here. We're about to get into another song, and it's a cover song. And our dear friend who programs this fine station, Vinny, challenged you guys and said, hey, let's do a cover song. It's Halloween time. Let's do something cool. He suggested Michael Jackson's Thriller, and you're about to do it. Nervous about performing this song and for the first time in front of the world?
Well, what's so funny about when
no
I
pressure.
When I heard that Vinny was the one who suggested we do it, right?
Yeah.
That whole Thriller song and movie that they did with it really was a big part of my childhood. I would always have my mom rent the VHS for me, and I was fascinated by the special effects and John Landis's direction. So when he suggested that we do it, I was a little nervous because it's nothing like our band, but I think we took it and I think we made it our own, and I hope that MJ would approve.
I think so, man. Let's hear it right now. Siriusxm Octane, a very special performance, unleaded style from ICENINEKILLS covering Michael Jackson, Thriller.
It's close to midnight, and something evil's lurking from the dark. Oh, under the moonlight, you see a sight that almost stops your heart. You try to scream, but terror takes the sound before you make it. Yeah, you start to freeze as horror looks you right between your eyes. You're paralyzed, 'cause this is Thriller, Thriller night, and no one's gonna save you from the beast about to strike. You know it's Thriller, Thriller night. You're fighting for your life inside a killer thriller tonight. Yeah. Door slam and realize that there's nowhere left to run. Oh, you feel the cold hand and wonder if you'll ever see the sun. You close your eyes and know that this is just imagination. Yeah, girl, but all the while you hear a creature creeping up behind. You're out of time, 'cause this is Thriller, Thriller night, and no one's gonna save you from the beast about to strike. You know it's Thriller, Thriller night. You're fighting for your life inside a killer thriller tonight. Well, darkness falls across the land, the midnight hour's close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize your neighborhood. Whosoever shall be found without the soul for getting down, stand and face the hounds of hell and rot inside a corpse's shell. 'Cause this is Thriller, Thriller night, and no one's gonna save you from the beast about to strike. You know it's Thriller, Thriller night. You're fighting for your life inside a killer thriller tonight.
That was Octane Unleaded with ICENINEKILLS.
Catch an encore Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific.
Hear it anytime on your phone or at home when you stream it